begins.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again with commentary. I'm really hoping that one of these days I can get a decent run through Pterodon, because, to be perfectly honest, the only reason I haven't been able to continue a run lately is because the game just keeps screwing me out of chances. So instead, I'll just try to do a run with commentary and see where it goes. Current world record for this game is held by Kurt Q at 1:45:34, I believe. It's a mid 1:45. I don't remember the exact seconds, but he set that a while ago, and to my knowledge hasn't really played the game a whole lot, so I'm kind of the only active runner. But it seems like there's a couple of people over at SDA and on Reddit that are interested in picking up the game, so I'm just going to try to do Let's Speedrun Bomberman Generation take, what, 12? No, I don't even know.
Bandits, led by Mujo, are making large-scale moves towards planet Pentecost.
So, first things first, you can kind of see that my splits
clear that the Hickey Bandits are involved in the attack of the
it kind of just looks like I hop around.
If even one bomb element falls into their hands,
there's a lot of typing.
then space will be of the Hickey Bandits, please.
It kind of seems like I'm jumping around a lot, but I have a purpose for it, and it's mostly to get power-ups and to power up Antler as much as I can
You must
to
retrieve
fight
all
Pterodon
6
in
bomb
World
elements
3.2.
before they do.
While Pterodon is required for the run,
We have also received
you
more
may kind of be
troubling
wondering why
news.
we're not just trying to go straight for
The
Pommy
Hickey Bandits
first,
are headed for
because
planet
Pommy's the one
Pentecost
with
with
her
a rival, the
bombs.
Crush Bomb.
Pommy's in World 2 level 5.
I'm sure you already know to keep your guard up,
Unfortunately,
Bomberman.
Antler's main way of attacking is through his special attack,
You
and while his
may
special
have
attack
an easy
is strong against Pterodon,
But
it's
just to be on the safe
like
side, I'll send
basically
Max was here
nothing
right now.
on Pommy. And Pommy's attack just instantly kills you pretty much no matter what, unless you're like ridiculously overleveled.
All right, we don't have time to waste.
So the general route
Immediately
is
to
to
Planet
pick up
Pentecost.
Antler in World 1 level
Good
1,
one,
and
Bomberman.
then
Time
basically
to
just
depart.
grind him as much as possible. There's an unfortunate issue with this, and it's common enough that I may actually have to try to route more feeds into the route again, just to make sure I'm high enough of a level to get through consistently.
Forward to the forest.
But I'll explain that if it comes up. It probably will. So for now, until we get Pommy, which will let us blow up the bombs whenever we want to, we have to basically just optimize our movement and be wasting as little time as possible, I guess. Oh, that setup actually worked pretty nicely. So you'll see me put stuff down from really far away and kind of kick it to where I need to go, or throw it to where I need to go,
Use the big bomb.
rather than just placing bombs down. And whenever you see me place bombs down, for the most part, it's going to be looking kind of weird. Like, instead of putting them down behind me, I'm going to be doing some weird glitchy animation and putting them down in front of me. I'll explain that when I get to the boss of this level. If you hit that guy right there, you actually only take a quarter heart of damage versus the half heart that you take from your boss would. So you can run through it and save maybe a half a second. To go down again. And you can normally reach this Antler cutscene in about a minute. My best time is a 57, but I've only gotten that once. And 80 runs is actually underselling it a bit, because I'm pretty sure I've had more than that on the various split programs. So coming out of this cutscene, we're going to be on a really tight timer to get the upcoming speed up. I'm gonna try to go for the optimal strategy, but I might have to bail on it at the last second if it's not looking like I'll make it across. So do a quick switch to Antler by hitting X to bring up the Carabomb menu, and then flicking with the C-stick. Put these bombs down in a pattern kind of like that, and hopefully they'll all blow up. Ideally, you'll get them all to blow up by the time the first bomb blows up, so you can just run through there quickly. But as long as you get some kind of a chain going, it's okay, I think. Right here, you want to put a bomb down and then run forward. I didn't make it. Ideally, what you're going to be trying to do, through there. Ideally, what you want to do for that part is to throw a bomb across before you run across the floating log. If you do that, it saves about 2 to 3 seconds over just putting a bomb down next to the speed or waiting for it. But be careful of doing that, because a lot of the time you'll end up right on the log and get carried downstream. And if you get carried downstream, it ends up wasting close to about 15 seconds, because you have to go back up through the stump, like you'll see me do here in a second, and actually wait for another log cycle, because if you try to run across, you'll just get carried downstream again. It's weird how the timing works out on it, but okay. Please don't disappear, feed. If you rotate the camera right there, you'll just barely make that log. It may seem like we're wasting time by picking up that permanent heart and a feed, but that's actually the first log you can make anyway. They just don't spawn before that. So this boss is supposed to be a pain, but instead it's really easy. You're supposed to throw bombs over the roots and basically just set it up right in front of it and hope that it doesn't blow it away. But instead, you can either throw or forward drop a bomb between these two roots right here. To forward drop, you want to be holding a bomb in your hand. You want to be holding a bomb in your hand and roll your finger off of the A button onto the X button, and then off of the X button. It's actually a pretty fluid motion off the controller. You're basically just holding whatever direction you want to drop the bomb in, and then running your hand off the right side of the controller. I kind of wish I had a cam for the hands just so I could show it off, but it's a pretty easy. The game teaches you how to do that technique later in the game, but ideally you're going to be skipping that. So this part took me forever to figure out the timing, and more accurately, the things weren't just turning at the worst possible time. Getting through here in about 28 seconds is pretty good. I think you can get through there in 27 if you're a little bit better with your movement and your bomb placement than I was, but... Alright, so coming up, we have the first Carabomb battle of the run. Carabomb battles are unfortunately really annoying. What you have to do is you have to pick your Carabomb, which for pretty much every battle is going to be Antler, and then go up to get Wild, and then just mash A. Like I kind of mentioned in the intro, Antler special is his best stat, so you want to pick both of the battle tactics and have him using his special first. And if you get lucky like I did here, Stegadon will also get Wild, and it'll result in basically what you saw there, where I do a full damage special attack and a full damage physical attack. That's the only way that you can actually win that fight on the first turn. So you have a 1 in 6 chance, or whatever it is.
Put bombs into the hole.
So I have a theory on this upcoming part. So I'm gonna be quiet here for a second. As optimal as I can. So I'm gonna put 3 bombs down over here instead of 4. I don't think I'm gonna lose any feed. Okay, no, it is right. Okay, so you'll see right there, even though I blew up 3 jars, I only actually got 2 feed. I only got 2 feed for that, even though I blew up 3 jars. Sometimes in this game, feed will just kind of disappear on you. I'm beginning to think that he was right in his explanation where I put up a video, I think it was yesterday. I think the game, when it loads those random feeds where it randomly just gives you either special, speed, attack, or whatever, it also has a chance of just not loading a feed at all. Unfortunately, it seems pretty common, like it just basically seems like a 20% chance, more or less, where it just won't load anything. So because this happens a bunch, I actually made this detour from the world record run to come up here and get a bomb up. This actually ends up being a little bit more optimal anyway, and I'll explain that in the next level. But here, hopefully the camels will walk around long enough so I can charge up a big bomb, put it within the radius of them. Now I just have to wait for this camel to drop again, and do the same thing. Two-cycle on that. You have to be a little bit lucky, because if the first camel drops down a little too early, there's just nothing you can do about it. But getting the 2 cycles saves probably 10 seconds or so. So at the end of World 3 Level 1, Kurt Q, instead of picking up the bomb up and the 3 feeds that I got, instead picks up a fire up in the hallway before. I'm going to be picking up a fire up and a lightning card after the Kaiman battle up here, and I don't really have a whole lot of time to explain it right now, but just know that I've timed it out, and it's actually 8 seconds faster to pick up this lightning card than the lightning card in another level. Wow! I'm pretty lucky on this run, because Kaiman doesn't normally pick this up. Kaiman normally just does this stuff. In the next fight, we actually don't want the Carabomb that we're going to be fighting to get wild, but I'll explain that when we get there, because it's going to be a while. But for here, you can do a glitch sort of throw. I kind of messed it up there, but you can do a glitch throw right there. Pass through both of the eels at the same time, with the same bomb. You can only do that with Antler, so when you kind of switch them back and forth between Antler and Kaiman at this level, because you're also going to be doing a lot of damage boosting. Right here, drop a bomb, run up to these shells, and run down here. If you do that movement, you'll keep that guy on screen long enough to blow up those 2 jars and that boulder, which takes about 4 seconds to get that lightning fire up, and the fire up that we technically missed in the last level. Kurt Q doesn't get that lightning card, he instead gets the card in World 2 Level 4 that I'll be pointing out. His lightning card takes 12 seconds to get, and mine only took 4, I guess, closer to 6 or 7 if you're also including the time it takes to lead. But either way, it's faster, and you get an additional power-up and more feeds doing it that way. I guess you could just do it with 5 bombs if you wanted to, and just have max fire up right here instead, but I actually kind of prefer to not have full fire for World 2 for the first part. Do one more switch back to Kaiman here, and switch back to Antler at the end of the level. That actually went pretty well. I don't really know if I'm ever gonna gold in World 2 Level 1, because I'm pretty sure my gold split doesn't even get the lightning card there. But
move deeper into the sea.
I'm saving time, because that is pretty
the current control.
So after I pick up this potion, I'm going to be running to a really specific spot and throwing the bomb up here. It saves me having to wait because I'm going to be coming down there anyway. You can only make that bomb throw with Amler, and you have to do something called a flick throw. Flick throws are when you basically combine the distance, like, you basically combine the height of a normal throw with a little bit of nudge to left or right normally to give it a little bit of extra distance. When you have 4 fire, you can make that bomb throw pretty easily. I guess if you had 5 fire, you could make it easier, but right there I did another glitch. This game handles height really awkwardly, and you can use that to your advantage by basically putting a bomb down directly in front of that enemy and flicking the control stick back up the ramp and then down the ramp again. And if you're at full speed, I don't know if it works if you're at less than full speed, but if you're at full speed, you will just pretty much run right over the enemy. I think it actually costs about a half a second to do that instead of just running into the enemy, but it looks cooler. And, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, a half a second isn't really going to kill this run, because unfortunately there's enough RNG that it's not optimized for a half a second to matter that much. You have to jump up here in order for this ghost to be able to build. For some reason, they put the trigger for that guy to be able to die up there. It doesn't seem like you should have to go anywhere, but that ghost literally is invincible until you jump up on that cliff. Right here, you can cross immediately after your bomb blows up. You don't actually have to wait. That was actually cutting it pretty close, but you obviously don't have to wait for the bubbles to actually stop moving. If you try to cross that without blowing up the bubbler first, you get carried away like this. So right here, you run to the middle and double tap A really quick. And if you do it right, you should be able to just set up your bomb throw perfectly to position it right between those ghosts. The game kind of handles things really weird sometimes, so you're able to take advantage of this by sniping guys that haven't actually shown up yet. It's kind of useful actually because these guys are a pain if you just let them sit around. The coins, the coin enemies in this game have like really intense AI when they follow you around, especially the later versions. Right here, wait for this guy to turn around until he gets to here, drop a bomb and run underneath him, and get to the fireball attack. And again, I'm forward dropping just by holding a bomb in my hands, holding a direction, rolling my finger from the A button to the X button and then off the controller. I'm going to be doing that a lot in Beauty Bomber, so I just kind of wanted to explain it again, since I didn't exactly do a super great job of explaining it the first time.
Area clear!
Sweet. Alright, so we're gonna need to get 2 lightning cards from this fight in order to get through World 2 optimally. I haven't actually explained what the lightning cards are for, but just know that you have to get 5 within World 2. It speeds up the boss in this world significantly. So, if you were wondering, that's why we're getting lightning cards, even though this is 90%. So to get the first lightning card of this fight, we need to have a bomb hit her and the cone that, or the little rocket that, excuse me, the rocket that is projecting the cone onto her, I guess. So to do that, you just need to charge a big bomb and run directly to the left, rotate the camera, and do a flip throw, and normally you'll get just enough distance to be able to run away. If you don't, it's okay, because you can still get a stun lock on her if you have Antler. It's just a little harder. Just keep throwing bombs at her. You have to... Unfortunately, that cone shows up every single time at that hit, so you actually just kind of have to wait. You can throw it at her position, even when she's in the middle of that animation. And for this hit, you want to stand off to the side a little bit because she always hits like that. Forward dropping bombs into her makes this upcoming quick kill, hopefully, much easier. Just stand in front of her and wait for the cones to move away, and then drop them. You don't actually take any damage from the cones, you just get stunned. And when she's stunned, it doesn't actually do anything. So you can see that it's very easy. You get the second lightning card from just beating her under 3 minutes, I think. So even when you're casually running this game, you get that pretty easily. If you can't get the quick kill on her, it normally takes about at least another 8 seconds, normally closer to about 20 seconds to kill her. That was where most of my time went on my previous one, I guess.
Overhead on icebergs.
Alright, so in this level, we're gonna basically just be trying to... It's another move optimally level, pretty much. We're gonna be doing a lot of forward dropping in this level and pretty precise bomb throws. If you get hit by that guy, it actually saves a second or two versus having to put a bomb down and waiting for it to blow up. So it's normally worth it to try to get him to target you. Sometimes he'll just straight up miss. Like, he'll be aiming at you in fire and then just completely miss. The AI for these things is imperfect. Unfortunately, sometimes it's like ruthless with how good it is, so you have to be careful. When you're moving left and right in this minigame, it's really important to let go of A before you actually move left and right. Otherwise, you're gonna lose a significant amount of speed. I didn't know this for the first, like, 8 months of me running this game, I'd say. So, it was pretty annoying when I kept, like, barely squeaking by with, like, a half of a second left, even when I wasn't hitting any ice. But you can see if you let go of it, you can even hit ice and still make it pretty comfortably.
Cross the sea using the seesaws.
So every seesaw after this is going to require a big bomb. So if you just pick a bomb down there, run past these guys. Normally, like from here on out, all of the enemies are random, but those guys always are in set position. So you can always do that from back there. Doing throws here technically is faster, but it's really risky. The only reason I'm doing it is because I feel at least somewhat comfortable as I mess it up. So, when you do mess it up, feel free to just do a bomb drop. You can do a really precise bomb drop right there to kill these 2, and then another one to kill these 2, as you run over here and tap A really quick. You have to tap A because you have to be, like, finishing the bomb throw animation. But if you do the bomb throw right, and set up that bomb right there, you can do those things right away. Set a bomb down here, pick it over. And right here is actually a pretty new optimization I found like yesterday. Rather than waiting for this thing, you can put a bomb down, wait 3 seconds, and then run into them. It saves having to wait for the seesaw to go back down again. And also, I'm skipping doing that right there. That barrel you see right here has a lightning card in it. I obviously elect to not get that lightning card because these seesaws take forever. So this part, you actually have to throw throw the bombs up here. Normally, when you have platforms like that, you can just put bombs down, like doing a forward drop, and they'll like kind of clip through and go to the top. But those are the only platforms in the game where you actually have to throw a bomb up there.
Area clear.
Not saving much time, but I am saving time. Alright, so this level is run killer number 1. Run killer number 2 is actually coming up pretty shortly after this, if I can get through run killer number 1 first. Before I fight Pterodon, I need to be at least level 17, ideally level 17 and a half, but I'm not going to hit that because there's only 2 more feeds I'm picking up. Hopefully I'll be at least level 17. If I pick up level 17 off of this first feed, okay. So I'll be fine. I'm going to pick up this extra feed right here just to make sure. Throw a bomb down here because you're going to be going down in a second. But first we have to do the run killer and fight Pterodon. So you don't have a very high chance of living in this fight, but Pterodon picking the first move, the first turn is very, very good. You need to have your special do at least 40 damage in order to kill him in time. Please pick something that... Okay, I think I win. Because one, right? Yes. Oh, thank God, I have a run going through Pterodon. Okay, so as you can see, it's very, very tight to beat Pterodon. He basically has to pick the perfect command, and even then you very barely squeak by. But I'm stoked that I actually have a run going through Pterodon. I like to switch to Stegnon for this part because it sets up the bomb picks a little bit easier. Very excited that I actually have an okay run going and I didn't fuck up Pterodon. So coming up here is a kind of useless but interesting glitch. You normally take a full heart of damage from those laser beams, but if you're far enough behind them, the cutscene for the crystal door thing will trigger first, and when you're in a cutscene you don't actually take any damage. So it's a little bit, I mean, it doesn't really do anything, I guess, but it sort of keeps you on your board. You can go back and see Bomberman kind of like pop up as he pops up into the door. Unfortunately, you can't clip any more than that, otherwise it would be a really useful glitch, but just throw it out there in case someone sees otherwise, I guess. We pick up these extra feeds to make sure that we kill Pommy. I think there's like a 1 in 16 chance that we don't kill Pommy in the upcoming fight. So that glitch is a glitch that I found and Kirk completely optimized by not needing to do it with Pommy. These enemies, the purple ones and the later iteration of them, have a really weird glitch where they kind of, their explosion hits stuff that it really shouldn't at all. And that includes the jar, or the little like hut explosion thing. You're not supposed to be able to kill or explode those huts from the outside, like you have to go off to the right, and I think it takes another like 30 to 40 seconds or so. But by using that glitch, it's really easy to set up. You just have to make sure that you run over to the jars first to kind of get the enemy to snap onto you, and then it'll like run away, and then you put the bombs down and it'll snap back to it. And then you just put another bomb down and keep kicking it into it until it dies, pretty much. after we get palming, you're gonna see the run speed up significantly. Now we're gonna have remote control, and we're gonna be able to press B, like it said there, to detonate bombs whenever we feel like it. All I can say is thank God for whoever put palming in this game and gave him this awesome power, because otherwise this game there's a very small text box skip right there. If you run any farther than that, I think it gives you a text box that says move ahead by moving the ice or something like that. By the way, that's lightning card number 5. But by having that precise positioning that I had and throwing from right there, your pickleball explosion just barely blows it up. You're also going to see me be extremely cautious with health in this level because I want to be at full health going into the next boss. So I'm going to be picking up a bunch of health. And I am extremely careful. So shoutouts to those guys. Like I said, their AI is either really, really bad or really good. They can snap onto you sometimes like that and snipe you from really, really far away. So it's normally a pretty good idea to go out of your way and kill them, even if you're feeling pretty confident about not getting hit by them. Like, I was pretty nervous that, as I was talking about that, the guy was gonna come and snipe me. Oops. That's okay. That damage boost right there saves you having to wait a platform cycle of it going back and forth. Just charge a big bomb in your hand and do a forward drop, and as the bomb's dropping, roll over to B really quick and explode it. It looks harder than it is. Or, I guess it sounds harder than it is. It didn't really look that hard. So the rest of the level is just progressing through. There's a heart at the very end. Again, I'm going to be playing this very slowly, to make sure I don't get hit. But there's a heart at the very end of the level that you can take to basically get back up to full health, even with all the damage boosting you need to do in this level. And yes, it is possible to get sniped through that tunnel. Okay, so this is the reason why we needed to get 5 lightning cards. The second phase of this boss is a complete nightmare. But first we have to get the first phase. Shoutouts to Kurt P for this stuff. Get hit right here. Throw. Throw. Charge. You take a heart of damage, but it's significantly faster than the other thing. Just like run around all over the place. So this upcoming phase has a really weird hitbox. Normally what it's going to do is spawn missiles and then run around the map. And when it's running around the map, you have to hit it with a big bomb to get it to try to eat you. And then when it's trying to eat you, you have to put a bomb into its mouth and kill it. Each big bomb that you drop only does a half a heart of damage to bosses. And because this boss is invulnerable for a really long time, it's faster to abuse max on this fight and this fight alone. But hopefully I don't have to explain that quite yet. When it's vulnerable like this, you want to immediately detonate the bombs and try to get these missiles to cluster together as much as you can. Unfortunately, sometimes it just doesn't work. If you can keep all the missiles together and away from the bomb and not getting blown up, you skip having to spawn more missiles, and it saves a little bit of time. As you can see, though, this boss is fucking stupid with when it gets hit and when it doesn't get hit. So you're gonna kind of miss a lot of attacks, even though you shouldn't. And unfortunately, this is, like, multiplied pretty significantly when there's a bunch of missiles on the field. like, if you're just trying to start running this boss, I would really recommend getting all of the missiles out of your way and getting used to its really wonky hitbox first, and then trying to keep all of the missiles on, because it's pretty difficult to get through this sometimes. Run towards me, please. Alright, so basically he needs to get down to 2 hearts before I get down to 2 hearts in this fight. And if I get hit at all, I'm gonna trigger max a little too early. Okay, so I need to hit him twice before he hits me at all in order to optimally get through this fight. I knew there was one on the wall, but thank God it just targeted the wall for some reason instead of right towards me. So I'm gonna try to... So once he gets down below 2 hearts, you can trigger max. When you get 5 lightning cards in a world and dip below 2 hearts during the boss fight, max taunts you and does full heart of damage to the boss and gives you a heart back. It's ideal to do this during... Thank you for showing this. It's ideal to do this during the second phase because he has this attack that he's doing right now, which he only does after he drops down below 2 hearts, and he will randomly do pretty much every time you miss attacking him. So obviously it's ideal to do a full heart of damage later in the fight so you can avoid having to deal with that at all. Even though I missed the first 2 phases, that fight actually went extremely well in the second half. I was able to keep the missiles around for pretty much the entire fight, and if you're able to do that, you can basically just wail on them the entire time. The only exception to that is if you trigger max too early or something, and you get stuck in the second half of the fight where he just decides to start launching off missiles and firing them for 15 seconds for no reason. Wow, but that's really cool because that's actually the first time I've gotten a good 2-6 in a good run.
Area clear!
So after that source of randomness, we have an even more random boss coming up. Unfortunately, the bosses in this game normally have a fair bit of randomness, and we unfortunately haven't gotten to the ones that we can manipulate yet. So we're forced to play them the game, or the way the game wants us to do. I didn't realize that my PB was a gold during this. That's interesting. No wonder I've kept losing so much time here. I'm pretty sure my 3-3 and my 3 was really good too. I don't think he actually did the carpet bombing attack at all. I don't remember if that was during my PB or not, but I think it was. So this boss has, I believe, 3 to 4 different attacks. He has 3 different attacks that he can do during the first 2 rounds of damage, I believe. And I think he decides on these attacks based on where you are next to him. But there's a corner of the map that you can stand in where you can just force him to do the dash attack over and over again for the first 2 hearts. Since this is like the average result, I normally like to start the fight off with this and then manipulate and see if I can get the quicker attack. But if you just stand here in this fight over and over again for the first 2 hearts, he will always do this. He'll always do the dash attack back and forth. It works 100% of the time for the first 2 hearts of damage. But if you get him to target you instead, okay, he didn't do it this time. I'll see if I can get him to do it next time. If you can get him to target you instead, you can sometimes get him to do his twister attack, which he lets you hit. So the next 3 hits of damage are random on how long it's going to take. Ideally, so ideally he won't do this attack at all. You'll normally get it once. It's bad luck if you get it twice. It's just horrendous luck if you get it 3 times. It's more likely that he doesn't do it at all than him doing it 3 times, but of course now that I said that, he's going to do it 3 times just to be an ass. You have to wait for him to turn around before you can hit him coming out of that attack. As you can see, it's much faster for him to just do this dash back and forth than it is for him to get him. I really wish that you could hit him as he was falling away right there, since he could get a bomb up there. But he's invulnerable for this attack, of course. It's also random if he does 2 sweeps or 3 sweeps of carpet bombing. Pretty unlucky by having him do it 3 times over the time. And then during the final attack, he's always going to try to do his pile driver on you. If you just keep rotating the camera and throw it at him right as he's coming out of it, it's pretty easy to avoid that attack. I don't normally like swinging the camera around that much because it kind of makes me dizzy sometimes when I'm watching it. But for that attack, it's pretty useful because he likes to dash right out of your vision, I guess.
Area clear!
Okay, so you don't actually need lightning cards at all in this world, so it actually kind of wastes time technically to get them because you have to wait for that little screen to pop up. But you can pretty easily get lightning cards on accident just when fighting these guys and doing the same thing, or close to the same thing.
Get through the sandstorm.
So similar to the last time we were in World 3, we're going to be using the purple guys to glitch through some stuff. It's not actually necessary to do this, but it is a little bit faster and it's a lot more consistent. If you just put 3 bombs down here and wait for that guy to snap, and keep sending your bombs, you can get these things to turn around. You can just kick a bomb in there, and I guess that's technically faster if you get it right away. But those purple guys will very often just swoop onto your bomb, and you can't detonate it once they're on top of it. So P-Dragon isn't technically necessary for the run. Like, it is possible to get through this game without P-Dragon. But getting this Carabomb Fusion allows us to set up a pretty complicated bomb jump in World 1. And it also makes the end game much easier because you don't have to switch back and forth between Carabombs as often. Bombs are in case that purple guy also decides to go on there. You need 1 bomb out to blow him up. You can see where he almost did it right there. So this is probably the most awkward minigame ever. You have to mash B while dropping the bomb behind you to make sure that you survive and dodging boulders in front of you. But the hitboxes for these boulders is really, really awkward, and doesn't really line up a lot of the time. I actually got pretty lucky that time, and got some pretty easy boulders, but they'll sometimes put boulders that look like they're in the middle of the map, so you run to the right of them, but then you just, like, snap to the left and lose all of your speed. It's unfortunately far, far too common. if you run along that wall right, you can get that guy to not fire laser down that first hallway, and instead just go straight to this hallway. And it saves, what, maybe 2 seconds? These enemies perplex me really target stuff. That damage right now is actually intentional though, because that enemy on the other side of this game snaps that bomb first. That's actually the first time probably that I've gotten that bomb to blow up. I'm gonna throw another one over first. Actually okay on health.
Area clear!
The end of this upcoming level. I kind of wish they made another level like this, because this is the only level that has any kind of brutality to it, like, at all. Beyond doing a glitchy bomb jump, I guess. But here we need to basically hit 5 switches to be able to get to the top of the tower.
Use the chutes to go down.
So I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell shoots. Again, we're using the purple guys. Oops. We should have used the purple guys, but I too quickly. Charge the bomb on the way up here, and throw a bomb across right there. If you try to throw it behind, for some reason, like 90% of the time, you hit the jar, even though you're not trying to, and your bomb will fall into the ground. It seriously happens way more often than it should. Right here is another text box skip. Stand right where I was standing right there, and if you go any more to the right, you should trigger a really long text box. But as long as your bomb, when you throw it, has to be touching the blue brick. As long as it's mostly on the blue brick, you're okay. So I unfortunately haven't found any kind of a way to skip this text box, even if you like fall in from above and like switch the explorer before you hear that text box, it still is active every time, so it's better to just run into it. Also shoutouts to the only hidden bomb merge or like portal at all in this game. When I was like casually routing this game trying to figure out just where everything was, it took me forever to find this thing, because most of the stuff in this game that you need is pretty much right on the path. And I mean, when you're trying to look around between all of these jars and stuff to figure out what's in what, this level is sort of big. So that's what I was trying to do at the very beginning of the level. If you're low on health, there's another fight that you want to be in full health for. If you're low on health, like me, you can pick up the heart right at the very end of the level right here. If you're at full health, obviously, this doesn't matter at all. It's right there. So, set 2 bombs into here, hit X, run up here, and then as soon as you're on the staircase, go up, to exit the level. And before we exit the level, we want to hit C right 3 times. Oops. And
Area clear!
We want to hit it 3 times and switch to Antler. That was a pretty good 3-5 though. It was almost 3-1. Okay. So I unfortunately lost 2 seconds there because I had to switch to Antler, but it's worth it in this fight. So, in this fight, this boss has basically 3 phases. It has 2 phases technically, but the first heart and the second heart of the first phase are treated pretty differently. So for the first heart of damage for this guy, which is 2 hits, you want to run really close to him and basically just keep the pressure on him so he tries to do the smashing attack, because that's the only time you can hit him. For the second part of damage, you want to be far enough away that a normal bomb throw wouldn't make it, but close enough that a far bomb throw can. So about this far away or so. If you just keep this distance, I've found that 90% of the time he does that smash attack. It seems like an oddly, extremely consistent way to get through that fight, but if you just don't know what you're doing and you're just waiting for him to do that smash attack, you can seriously be waiting there for a minute and a half, just wasting time. Also, if you let this guy coming up take control of this part of the fight, it gets really out of hand really fast. So what you want to do is do another quick switch over to P-Dragon or Pawnee, put a big bomb down, run away, and blow it up. If you wait any longer than that, you get hypnotized and start like dropping bombs. But once you get him in the stun lock, you basically just have to make sure that your big bombs are hitting between the red jewels on his chin. He'll normally try to do that attack right there, so you don't actually even have to detonate that bomb. Just run away as fast as possible. Do not let him get the attack off, or you're going to be wasting a bunch of time. Really? Okay, so, almost had a perfect fight, but he got the last attack off. But, close to a perfect fight for that guy. So that's pretty cool. Most of the remaining bosses are going to be manipulatable or close enough to it that it doesn't really matter. There's only one real source of RNG in the rest of the run, and I have a slight way to manipulate it, but it's not super consistent. It just seems to help more often than it hurts, I guess.
Area clear!
Bomberman, I've been waiting. I see
this
you
is the
were
only
able
one
to
of those
retrieve the
cutscenes where when you're
second
mashing
bomb
A, it loads the
I'm
entire
relying
text
on you
box
to retrieve
at
the
once.
rest of the bomb elements. Be sure that the hickey
For some
bandits don't
reason,
beat you to them.
when you mash
Moving
fast
on.
enough,
Once you've
I
gathered
didn't get it
several
right there,
terror-bombs,
but on that
attempt to
screen where it
merge
says
terror
moving
bombs.
on, you
If
can
you
mash fast
succeed,
enough that it only loads
You'll
the
have
M.
even more powerful terror bombs.
I've only had it happen a
Bomberman.
couple of times, but I just thought I'd point it out for anyone that happened to have that happen to them, I guess. I was gonna say that was pretty close to a gold, but still save time, and that's the important thing. So I'm gonna try for this early Lily right here. Getting across this platform on the first try that's coming up is extremely difficult. I've only actually gotten it like twice or 3 times, I want to say. But just run down here. You want to wait on the groove right there. Rotate the camera and run across. I can't believe I actually got that. That's really cool. Okay, and normally you can switch to antler here to make this throw a little bit easier. But if you set up your throw right and hold forward as you're throwing, your bomb will kind of like glitch over. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Sweet. And for the rest of this level, at least, and I guess the next boss fight, since I don't want to switch, you want to have water bombs out just to make this part faster. So when you have the carrot bomb menu unequipped, you can use the C stick to also switch between bombs. I guess I haven't pointed that out yet, but oh my god, we're on the war cycle. Okay, so I lost time there because I blew up that really at an awkward time. That's the appearing boss. You can normally see it pretty clearly, but I didn't have the camera angle set up perfectly. But that boss just straight up isn't there until you pass by that point. I'm just losing all the time. Oh. Okay. I guess you don't even need to have a big bomb to kill that
Area
boss.
clear.
I have been wasting a lot of time at the end of that level for no reason. So this boss is random, but only one of his, or only two of his attacks technically are annoying. All of his other attacks you can hit him while he's attacking you. The only attacks that we don't see are that one, basically, where he's doing the swinging back and forth because he'll knock your bombs away. And in the second half of the fight, he'll be able to do Megaton Crush, and ideally we don't want to see that a couple of times. So when he does this attack, just throw it in after the teleportation. He's extremely accurate with those bomb throws because he like waits to calculate where to throw the bomb way later than you would expect. So you have to basically move out of the way as the bombs are in the air. That's probably his most annoying attack. You ideally want her to just do that attack because it's so easy to do. Normally, it'll just do stuff instead. And when he does a Megaton Crush, you can't have anything in your hand on the final drop. So that fight actually went pretty poorly, but even a bad fight on that guy doesn't really last more than about 10 seconds or so. Apparently I had a really bad fight against this guy in PvP though, wow. All 5 lightning cards on accident. Alright, so coming up is the toughest skip in the game. It's also the coolest,
Through the settlement.
and it's also the one that saves the most time. So, imagine I've been kind of meddling myself for basically this entire world now. For this part right here, you want to kind of be as close to the edge as possible so you have the room to run when that guy fires that spear at you. Otherwise you'll normally get knocked off and lose a bunch of time. Alright, so shoutouts to Kurt Q for figuring this out. Put a bomb down here, 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 and on top of this rock. Charge a big bomb. Put it down. Run down and up. And then guide yourself. God damn it, I almost had it. And then guide yourself to the edge right here, just by holding down the direction you want to go. It's a lot better that you stay up here than you fall down, because if you fall down, you get locked into a okay, thank God. You get locked into this really long and unskippable tutorial and lose a bunch of time. I don't even really care that it took me a couple times to set it up. I'm just really glad that I got to show off, because that's probably the coolest thing in the run, I'd say. It saves close to 45 seconds or so when you get it right, and you get it quickly, I guess. but really it just saves a lot of dumb time that you end up wasting for no reason. I'm gonna be really late and have to pick up the part. So that part also doesn't take any time to get. Make sure you take your time putting your bombs down right there, because the hitbox for actually knocking the boulders down like you're supposed to is pretty odd. You need to put your bombs down behind you and behind the boulder. While that boulder's falling down, drop a bomb down. Back up a little bit and kick it into this cutscene. And you'll land the cutscene with the boss and kind of change positions a little bit. Kick it at the boss as you charge a bomb. Throw a big bomb into him and kill him. I believe that's the fastest way to kill him because you already have a bomb down in the fight. I could be wrong though. So yeah, the 20 seconds that I lost in this level is because I got that first try on my PB, but I'm just glad that I got it at all. I was going to be pretty disappointed if I didn't hit it, but now I just want to finish the run and I'll be happy with this. So World 1 Level 5. If you get through this beginning part without getting hit, you can actually get an early cycle on the upcoming boulders and not have to wait, and also not get hit. Whoops, that was actually a little too fast, because I got hit by that one. I was talking about skipping this boulder coming up, but I didn't know if you went too fast you could actually hit another one. So if you do World 3 before World 1, you have wind bombs coming into this world, and you get to go up that platform. That platform actually saves 0 in-game time, but it does save you 2 dumb text boxes that have no purpose at all. I guess, like, I'm pretty sure it just says, like, keep going up, and you just keep climbing or something like that. But I guess the game figures if you have wind bombs, you already know how to climb, because you did that vertical level. So, you don't have to listen to him. So, even though it doesn't save very much, if at all, any in-game time, it does save real time. So this mini boss has 2 phases. The first phase is getting rid of all of these guys and the lines. Normally just spreading out bombs between the lines and the guys will help clear that part out pretty quick. You don't want to just leave the mines alone for too long because they obviously are enemy spawners. And that final guy obviously just gets killed by a big bomb to the face. So this boss is actually a complete nightmare if you play it the way you're supposed to. It normally runs around kicking, and when it's kicking, it moves bombs away like World 1 Level 3's boss did. So you can't actually hit it, really. You have to put bombs like far enough away that it'll run to the explosion rather than running to the bomb itself. But we're not actually going to have to worry about that at all because we have full speed and remote. So what we do is run off to behind the boss to get it to start spinning around and chasing us. And then we have enough time to charge bomb, drop, and run away. If you don't run behind the boss, normally when it stops in front of you, it'll either try running towards you more, or it'll just kick stuff away. I actually blew up that bomb a little early because the boss wasn't even vulnerable yet again. That's okay. I still got credit for the kill. feels good to have a run that's actually, like, into the second half of the game, though. It's definitely been far too long.
Area clear!
Bomberman, can you hear me? It's me, Professor Ein. I see you were able to retrieve the third bomb element. I would like to say good work, but we're not in a position for that now. The Hiki bandits have obtained the rest of the bomb elements, and it has been reported that they are headed for their secret base at Neki Moon. Time is of the essence. Pursue them now! Get those bomb elements back! Their traps will surely be more complicated now, and there may be even stronger foes waiting. You'll need the help of Carabombs and Attribute Bombs. Good luck, Bomberman.
Mashing through these post-boss cutscenes is pretty annoying sometimes. It's pretty rare to save any time on World 1 Level 6, so that's pretty funny. So, before you come to World 4, as the game's going to tell you, you need to have all of the
You do have the water, ice,
bombs.
and wind bombs, don't you?
You don't actually need them for this level, but you will need them to finish the game, unfortunately. So if you thought that it was just a reason, unfortunately...
Use bombs to jump across. Select a bomb
They're not
jump
fun,
Carabomb. Fall
This
on
only
top of the
doing
bomb.
You can skip actually having to put bombs down correctly if you just run around like that. For the rest of this part, it's faster to just put bombs down like this. Leave all your bombs down, throw one in there, everything up at once. Switch to ice bombs whenever you get a minute, because you're using ice bombs instead. It's like C diagonally down to the right. If you hold it down, you can see. So this is down because I don't actually have my bombs. It changes when you get more bombs. So if you look at it, you only have like fire and water bombs. When you have something else, I guess. Alright, so blow up all this stuff and then go off over to here. It's very slightly faster to do this water spout first, just because it takes so long for the switches to actually switch over. Right here, I'm going to be trying to do a glitch bomb jump again. Okay, well, thank God I got that, because I've been fucking that up so much.
Rail bomber!
You're supposed to, like, put a bomb down and then, like, ride back across in the rail car and then back across and, like, hop out. But it's pretty complicated. It's a lot easier to just do that glitchy bomb jump. I'm gonna focus on this mini here tonight. Thank God it actually gave me a good confidence. Okay. So you can only have one bomb on screen at a time. You can't back up, and your bombs take forever. So that minigame is actually way, way harder than it looks. I was very happy that I got it on the first try. So, switch over to Antler as you hop into the mini-boss room. Rotate your camera, stand right here, and just double tap A and throw your bomb in there really quickly. This boss has ridiculously precise positioning on if you can hit it or not. So it's really important that you stand pretty much exactly where I am in order to hit it. That was a little rougher than I meant it to be, but at least I got the quick kill. If you run into the back of that guy, you bounce back a little bit, and that just so happens to be the distance that you need to be able to throw a bomb in there. Damn! Okay. So that was really cool, because that was the first time I feel like I've ever had a clean World War level 1. So this boss is pretty easy once you learn the timing for it. He's also really, really annoying.
So, are you Bomberman?
I'm actually going to mute him for a second. But you'll be able to get timing for this guy down if you set up your first bomb right away.
I'm the master.
So just know that that's what I'm trying to do. Like basically as soon as the fight loads, get your bomb charged and have it set on the ground in between him cocking or cocking his gun, or his cannon.
Special!
So if he sucks in something, it's okay. It's slightly once he drops down to 2 hearts, he's going to be doing attacks so actually you're close to 2 hearts to wait a second and wait for him to and once he gets down to this attack, it's going to be perfect. So if you time it right, you can actually kill him while he's apart like that. It doesn't actually save any more time, I think, but it's just a good indicator for you to know you're going fast, I guess.
Area clear!
Alright, so this level is extremely technical. Just follow my bomb placements, and you'll be okay, is my main advice for this level. Because this level's pretty difficult to optimize. If you're wondering why I'm it's absolutely there's like 5 Iggy bandits that spawn. You have to do so when you're bouncing up, you have to charge a big bomb, and you're supposed to put a bomb down here, but you can just... Wow, really? That has never happened before. Hi, honey. Yeah, the little duster. I can figure out what I'm gonna do, because that's what I'm for. Put a bomb. No, I'm streaming right now. I was trying to be polite and just wait, but... It's okay.
Oh, the leaves!
Area clear!
That's far enough, Bomberman! Why, you've messed up our construction site! You know this is our territory. Let's get him, big brother! Yes. Be warned, the brotherly power has been strengthened by the bomb elements. Big brother! Little brother! Unite! New formation! More brothers! Constructor X! You're good! Tragic! You're good! Nice shot! Rebel, lick! Nice shot! Tragic! You're good! You will fall! Rebel, lick! Nice shot! You will fall! Rebel, lick! I will destroy you with my laser blade! Nice shot! Tragic! will destroy you with my laser blade! You're good! Drop dead! Rebel! Glory to the Iggy Bandit!
Area clear!
Bomberman, answer if you hear this. You have retrieved the fourth bomb element. Again, I'd like to say good work, but we've yet another problem. As was rumored, the Higgy Bandit Space Fortress Magistar just materialized and has taken the rest of the bomb elements away. The Deadly Bomber Elite has psychic powers. Presumably, he is in the Magistar. You must do everything in your power to retrieve the bomb elements. You must infiltrate the Magistar and recover them. You can do it, Bomberman! Penetrate the fortress! Deflect shots with a bomb barrier.
are persistent, aren't you? Ah, you must be Bomberman. It's about time you got here. I am Bomber Elite. It looks as though I'm the leader of the Crush Bombers. Because I'm bored, I'll play with you to kill time. I'll be easy on you. Well... over here! Hooray! Can you avoid this? Watch your step! Away! How about this? Well, what are you gonna do? Away. Watch your step. Can you avoid this? Can you avoid this? Watch out! Away. Can you avoid this? Can you avoid this? Watch your step. Watch out. Away. Now I'll be serious. Watch your step. Can you avoid this? Watch your step. Be careful. Now I'll be serious. Can you avoid this? Can you avoid this? Watch your step. Watch out. I'm happy it was you that defeated me. Area clear!
Destroy the gigantic computer! Stop the box! Remember the tree stumps with the holes in them.
Area clear!
Bomberman! Bomberman! Oh, you made it. A gigantic battleship? No, it can't be. The rumored Armor Joe? It's been deployed? We have no time. Bomberman, you must infiltrate the last bomb element. You must. You must. Good luck, Bomberman.
What do you think of this? This is the ultimate secret weapon of the Higgy Bandits! The battleship Armored Joe! Bomberman! If you want the bomb element, then you must come to me! That is, if you can get this far!
Destroy the battleship! Stop the battleship!
I'm surprised you even made it here, Bomberman! But praise you? Yeah! If you're brave enough, then come try to get it! Look! This is the true strength of the bomb element!
Oh my god, fuck yes. Okay. So, sorry for those of you that have been watching this run live, because you may have noticed that my live commentary is kind of all over the place. My girlfriend actually ended up getting home towards the end of World 4 Level 2. I've actually been hiding my splits. Holy shit, this run went so well. Well, this is the new world record. It beat the previous world record by about a minute. I had pretty solid RNG throughout. Obviously, I lost time on a couple of my splits, but for the most part... Wow. Alright, I'm super happy with this. Thank you all for encouraging me to keep going for this. I will be downloading this VOD soon, probably in the beginning of next week or so, and trying to make a full commentary, like level by level breakdown for this for people who are trying to learn this game. But for now, I'm just going to let the credits roll. I just wanted to get my live reaction on here. Thank you all so much for watching and supporting, because it really kind of kept me going. Obviously, running a game 80 times is pretty light, even in speedrunning terms, I guess, but I'm just super happy to have my first, like, legit world record. Enjoy the credits, I guess.
For us to tell. There are infinite mysteries in this universe, which we will never be able to solve. Whether the power of the bomb element was of justice or of evil is an answer that may be determined by the way we handle our own hearts and souls.
Generation!